Hello everyone, my name is Hong. Welcome to Singapore, and more importantly, welcome to the shopping district of this beautiful city. Now we're at the heart of downtown Singapore, which is a location where tourists and locals alike spend a lot of their time indulging on humanity's favorite pastime, shopping. Now if this is the heart of downtown, then this road behind me, Orchard Road, will have to be one of its main arteries.
This is also one of the oldest roads here in Singapore, carved out in the 1830s, with most of its surrounding lands filled with various plantations and fruit orchards, giving it its iconic name. Already recognized today as one of the world's top tourist and shopping destinations, Singapore has also gained fame in being one of the most exciting locations for motorsports, specifically Formula One. But that level of racing is reserved only for some of the best race drivers that live, which means accessibility for the majority of us won't even be a possibility. Thankfully, much can be accomplished and achieved in the virtual world, which is also the reason why we're here today. No, not for shopping, but to introduce the world's first ever Orchard Road racing circuit for sim racing enthusiasts. Before we travel around in real life to show you some of the more iconic buildings and corners that make up this virtual street racing circuit, some quick facts and figures of this adrenaline-pumping track. Conceptualized by the founders behind the Legion of Racers, who are race drivers themselves, the Orchard Road Racing Circuit is a 3.2-kilometer long street circuit that runs in a clockwise direction. While there are only 10 corners per lap, they have all been selected and crafted to mimic the actual conditions from hours of 3D scanning to give sim racers a true taste of realism. Now, I've been lucky enough to have had the opportunity to test out this circuit myself, and I can tell you from first-hand experience that it is designed with passion. The flow of the circuit, tight at some corners while wide at others, will make for some exhilarating battles. There are also quite a few spots designed for overtaking, as well as a decently long straight for sim racers to satisfy their insatiable need for speed.
Like all races in the virtual and real world, we start at the paddocks. And serving as the pit building for the Orchard Road Racing Circuit is the Marriott Tanks complex here in Singapore.
Aside from being one of Singapore's oldest and most recognized shopping complexes, the beautiful architecture is modeled after the Forbidden City in Beijing, China, and adopts many traditional Chinese culture and stylistic cues. In the virtual world, a total of 28 pits are available, meaning up to 28 competitors may race at this soon-to-be highly downloaded circuit. Right next to the pit building, flanked by Marriott Tank Plaza on the left and Ion Shopping Mall on the right, is the starting grid, which is also at the very beginning of the long front straight.
This Orchard Road straight is 705 meters long and will see sim drivers zoom past iconic shopping malls such as Wisma, Ngee City, Paragon, and Takashimaya.
While I was testing out this circuit, I was able to hit a top speed of 218 kilometers per hour in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport. Once you guys have given this circuit a go, do remember to leave us a comment in this video and share with us what your top speeds were. At the end of this straight, drivers will need to brake accurately as they approach turn 1, which is a hard right turn onto Grange Road, followed quickly by a hard left turn onto Somerset Road. Turn 1 is also an important corner, as this is one of the few that is wide enough for overtaking opportunities. After a short burst of speed past 313 and Orchard Gateway malls on your left, the drivers will then set themselves up for a hard right corner at turn 3, which connects onward to turn 4. To their right is the Somerset Skatepark, where rollerbladers, skateboarders, and other extreme sports activities take place in real life. But the drivers will not have the time to enjoy the sights, as this is also the back straight, some 436 meters in length.
Toward the end of Devonshire Road, drivers will need to ease into a flowing right bend turn that is onto Orchard Link, and that is turn 5. Following that, it will be a hard left turn into turn 6. Now turn 5 is equally as important because if drivers are able to carry sufficient speed, they may be able to commit to an overtake.
At the end of this section, known as Orchard Turn in real life, drivers will need to be extra cautious as they approach turns 7 and 8. As this is also the narrowest part of the entire circuit, some 9.9 meters across. Any minor error or contact with one another may see drivers smashing into the sides and in most cases, effectively ending their race. I can once again speak from my test run experience, as this was where I crashed out a couple of times. After clearing turn 8, the drivers will find themselves on Orchard Boulevard behind Ion Shopping Mall, one of Singapore's trendiest. It'll also be a reminder that they are onto the final 2 corners of the lap. Aside from being the final 2 corners for the circuit, turn 9 is also the widest, with some 17 meters from the inner curb to the track limit. This corner will be an excellent opportunity for drivers to overtake before negotiating the final corner onto the front straight.
Here on Patterson Road, drivers will need to once again carry as much speed as they dare into turn 10. Because after this final corner, drivers would find themselves back at the start-finish line.
Earlier this year, the Singapore government announced plans to further expand the infrastructure and support for esports. And it is precisely this reason why the visionaries behind E-Cities Championship decided to greenlight the Orchard Road racing circuit. For more information and details, do visit us at our website, as well as to follow us on Facebook and Instagram.